Okay, now I'm going to analyze the indexes. QQQ, of course. We pretty much closed right at the resistance line that I've been talking about. There's a slight upper wick of profit taking. It closed right at that resistance point. A bit of a volume spike today. I'm not too sure here. Are the bulls going to get follow through tomorrow? I think the bears will make an attempt tomorrow because of this volume spike. I'm not too sure. This looks a little bit like a bull flag the other day now. We broke the highs, closed at all-time highs, right at this resistance line. I'm a little unsure here. SPY was not as strong. SPY ended slightly in the red. Fairly big volume spike today as well, but it was at the lower level. It wasn't at the high. It was at the lower level, which could be a good sign for the bulls. A lot of the blue chips were dropping today, whereas a lot of the growth stocks were going up. Okay. Commodities been pulling back big time. Gold, big dump. But let's look. Huge volume spike on gold today. Can volume get even higher and we get even more sell-off on gold? I think gold is going to cool off over here. It's going to be way too far from the red line at this point. There's a big volume spike, panic and whatnot. And then you look on the weekly and there's this potential inverse head and shoulders pattern forming. So gold is looking okay here. This dump does not look pretty, but I do think it's done dropping for now, hopefully. I do have some gold. I hold a little bit of physical gold, but that's it. A little bit of an inflation hedge, just in case we get hyperinflation or something. I know I have some money in gold. It's a little bit of a hedge, you know, but this volume spike, I think, could be a good sign on gold. But all the commodities been pulling back, and gold pulled back one of the least. So that's at least a fairly good sign over there, other than oil. Oil pulled back the least. Still showing a lot of strength on oil. Lower wick of buying the dip. I mean, gas prices are going up. If the US dollar is going way up, and look at that. Look at this. And I've been talking about this for weeks. Go back in my videos. I said the US dollar is looking like it's going to explode compared to the Canadian dollar. You had the falling wedge. And look at this explosive move now. And the US dollar has gained a lot of value in the past couple days. Might get a little bit of a cool off here. Maybe a little bit of a pullback tomorrow. But I am overall looking for it to hit this 100-day moving average on USD CAD, which is $1.24.2. So that's what I'm looking at over here on the indexes. Thanks for watching. TSX looking fairly healthy overall. Higher volume on the pullback over here. This is just a steady uptrend. Looks very pretty. No real big red flags with the TSX as of now, other than the fact that a lot of banks are pulling back now. So look at that. BMO broke to all-time highs, but then it sold off today on fairly high volume. So, you know, obviously these stocks are quite a bit overextended. They might need a little bit of a cool-off period, and the TSX contains a lot of banks, and you know, I think 30 or 40% or something of the TSX and the TSX indexes is banks. So if the banks are pulling back, the TSX index might pull back. You know, I'm personally not expecting any big downside with the banks. I just think it's probably due for some consolidation in the meantime. So we'll just leave it at that for now. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share. And I mentioned this in the other video. If you want me to analyze a stock, go on my Instagram in the link. You can, it's $20 and I'll analyze your stock on my next YouTube video if you want to get your stock analyzed. It's always good to add a little bit more stocks to the mix. You know, I got a few stocks that I keep my eye on and I talk about a lot, but there's a lot more out there that people want to hear about. So give me a shout there. Check out my Instagram, link in bio. And thank you guys for watching. Have a good night.